Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most complicated love triangles unfolding in Port Charles right now. Willow Corinthos finds herself at a major crossroads, torn between her past with Michael and a future with Drew. But with so many emotions, unresolved issues, and external pressures, is she truly making the right decisions? Let's break it all down. The power of influence. Is Drew controlling Willow's decisions? One of the most baffling aspects of Willow's relationship with Drew is how easily she seems to sway when he speaks. She will make up her mind about something, stand firm, determined, clear in her convictions, and then, within moments of a conversation with Drew, she shifts direction entirely. This isn't just about a lack of decisiveness. It's a pattern that raises deeper questions about Willow's independence and personal growth. Longtime viewers of General Hospital know that Willow has a history of being easily influenced, a trait that stems from her past experiences in the Dawn of Day cult. While she has come a long way since escaping its grip, there are moments where it feels like she still struggles with asserting her own needs and desires when faced with strong personalities. And right now, Drew is the strongest force in her life, pushing her toward a future she may not even be ready for. The real question is, will Willow recognize this before it's too late? Or will she allow herself to be led into a situation that doesn't fully align with her true feelings? The children in the middle. How does this affect Wiley and Amelia? At the heart of this tangled situation are Willow's children, Wiley and Amelia. While adults can go back and forth in relationships, kids need stability, and right now, there is none. Willow admitted to Drew that Wiley still believes that once Michael recovers, he will return home and their family will be back together. And, to be fair, can you blame him? After all, Michael and Willow's marriage didn't crumble because of irreconcilable differences. They never actually sat down and dealt with their problems. Everything happened so fast, and before anyone could truly process the emotional fallout, Michael was gone. The one smart decision Willow has made so far is keeping the chaos of her personal life away from the kids. But how long can she keep that up? At some point, Wiley is going to have questions. What happens when he asks why his mom is suddenly moving in with Drew? Or why his dad isn't coming home after all? Willow needs to be 100% sure about what she wants before dragging her children into another massive transition. The last thing they need is more uncertainty in their lives. The unanswered question: would Willow still leave Michael if they had communicated? Willow has openly admitted that the core issue in her marriage with Michael was their lack of communication. They never addressed their problems head-on, which ultimately led to their separation. But here's an interesting thought: what if they had? If Michael and Willow had been able to truly talk things through, to express their frustrations, disappointments, and hopes, would they still be apart right now? Would Willow still feel drawn to Drew, or was he just an escape from the problems she didn't want to face in her marriage? This is the kind of self-reflection Willow needs to do before taking any further steps. Because if the only reason she's with Drew is that he came along at a moment of emotional vulnerability, then her entire future with him is built on shaky ground. Michael's absence and the weight on Willow's shoulders. As if navigating a new relationship wasn't complicated enough, Willow is also dealing with the absence of Michael, who is currently recovering in a burn clinic in Germany. The explosion at Sonny's penthouse nearly took his life, and now, he's thousands of miles away, leaving Willow alone to pick up the pieces. On one hand, this could have been an opportunity for Willow to start fresh, to fully commit to her new life with Drew. But instead, it has only highlighted just how unresolved everything truly is. She is still emotionally tethered to Michael in ways she hasn't fully acknowledged. There hasn't been closure, no real discussion about what went wrong or whether their relationship could be repaired. And yet, Drew is pushing forward as if everything is settled. Drew's grand gesture, a home for two. Or a nightmare in the making. Drew's latest move was meant to be a romantic surprise, a declaration of his commitment to Willow and their future together. He bought a house, intending for them to move in as a family. But instead of excitement, Willow looked completely overwhelmed. Her reaction spoke volumes. This wasn't the face of a woman thrilled by the idea of building a new home with the man she loves. This was the face of someone realizing, in real time, that things are moving way too fast. The issue isn't just that Willow is hesitant, it's that Drew refuses to see it. He is charging full speed ahead, envisioning a perfect life with Willow, while she is still standing in the wreckage of her past, unsure of how to proceed. If Drew truly cared about Willow, he would give her space to breathe, to process, to make her own choices. Instead, he's presenting her with decisions that feel more like ultimatums. Willow's independence, will she follow her gut or give in to pressure? At the end of the day, Willow needs to stop and ask herself one crucial question: is this what she truly wants? Not what Drew wants. Not what Michael expects. Not what will be easiest for the children. What she wants. Her pattern of allowing others to steer her life needs to end. This is her moment to take control and make a choice that is truly hers. If she wants to be with Drew, it should be because she feels an undeniable connection with him, not because she feels obligated or pressured. If she still has feelings for Michael, she needs to acknowledge that before making any irreversible decisions. Rushing into something just to avoid facing difficult emotions will only lead to regret. Willow has the power to define her future, but only if she takes a step back and listens to her own instincts. Final thoughts: is Willow headed for heartbreak? Right now, everything in Willow's life is in limbo. She is torn between the past and the future, between unresolved love and a new relationship that may or may not be right for her. The next few weeks will be critical in determining whether she is making the right choices or setting herself up for another heartbreak. What do you guys think? Should Willow slow down and really evaluate her feelings, or is Drew the right man for her? Next, we are diving into one of the most shocking and deeply buried secrets in General Hospital history. What happens when the truth that was meant to stay hidden forever is finally on the brink of exposure? We're talking about Lois's decades-old deception, one that has the potential to change the lives of not just Brooke Lynn and Dante, but also a completely unsuspecting young man, Gio. With betrayals, moral dilemmas, and devastating consequences ahead, this is the kind of GH drama we live for. So, let's get into it. A secret that could destroy everything for years, Lois has worn her honesty as a badge of honor. She left Port Charles all those years ago, taking Brooke Lynn with her, because she despised the deception that ran deep in the Quartermain family. She wanted no part of the manipulations, the backstabbing, and the endless cycle of betrayal. And yet, here she is, harboring a secret so massive that when it inevitably comes out, it could cause irreparable damage. The secret? Brooke Lynn had a child in high school, one she kept from the world. And the biggest shocker? Dante is the father. That's right. Not only did Lois keep this from Dante, but absolutely no one in Port Charles knows about Joe's true identity. The young man, who has been growing up completely unaware of his real lineage, is living a life that has been based on a lie. Lois, who always prided herself on being the better person compared to the Quartermaines, now has to face the bitter truth: she has been guilty of the very thing she swore to rise above. Lois's justification: was she protecting or controlling? It's easy to see why Lois might have initially believed she was doing the right thing. A teenage pregnancy is a huge burden, especially when it involves a powerful and complicated family like the Quartermaines. Add in the fact that Dante was also young and had his own dreams to chase, and it makes sense that Lois wanted to shield both her daughter and the baby from potential chaos. But at what point does protecting turn into controlling? Lois may have started out with good intentions, but keeping this secret for years, allowing Dante to live his life without ever knowing he had a son, crosses the line into something much more damaging. If Dante had known back then, he could have stepped up. He could have been a father. And most importantly, Gio could have had the chance to know where he came from. But now? That choice has been taken away from them all. Who else knows? Could Lois have confided in someone? Now, here's where things get interesting. When asked about the storyline, actress Rena Sofer made a cryptic comment that has GH fans buzzing: Lois didn't tell anyone? We don't know that. This single sentence opens up a world of possibilities. Could Lois have shared her secret with someone after all? The most obvious candidate is Olivia, Lois's best friend and Dante's mother. If anyone was going to be trusted with this kind of revelation, it would be her. But there's a major problem with that theory. If Olivia knew, wouldn't she have fought for Dante's right to be involved in his son's life? Olivia has always been fiercely protective of her family, and it's hard to imagine her staying silent if she had even the slightest idea that she had a grandson out there. If not Olivia, then who? Could Ned have suspected the truth all along but chosen to stay quiet for the sake of his daughter? Or is there someone else, someone completely unexpected, who has been sitting on this knowledge, waiting for the right moment to use it to their advantage? In the world of General Hospital, secrets rarely stay buried without at least one person lurking in the shadows, waiting to expose them. And if that's the case here, then Lois may not be in control of her secret for much longer. The emotional toll: how will this affect Brooklyn? As much as this secret is about Lois's deception, it's also about Brooklyn, who is now an adult, fully capable of making her own decisions. How will she handle the truth finally coming to light? If she kept the pregnancy and Joe's existence a secret at first out of fear or shame, she is now faced with a different challenge: how to explain to the people she loves why she allowed this lie to persist for so long. For years, Brooklyn has fought to be seen as strong, independent, and in control of her own narrative. But now, she will have to answer the difficult question: did she ever truly have control, or was Lois always pulling the strings? And what about her relationship with Dante? How can she look him in the eye and explain that she kept his own child from him? Will he ever forgive her for robbing him of years he will never get back? Joe's world is about to be turned upside down. Let's not forget the person at the center of it all: Gio. This young man has lived his entire life without any idea that he is the child of two people who were once deeply connected. He has been shaped by an identity that was given to him under false pretenses. So when the truth comes out, how will he react? Imagine waking up one day to find out that the people you've known and trusted have been lying to you your entire life. Imagine learning that the father you never knew has been living in the same city as you this whole time. The emotions he will have to process: anger, confusion, betrayal, and heartbreak, are going to be overwhelming. Will he resent Lois for hiding the truth? Will he lash out at Brooklyn for never telling him? And how will he even begin to forge a relationship with Dante, a man who is suddenly supposed to be his father after years of absence? This is going to be a life-altering moment for him, and there is no telling how he will navigate the aftermath. The fallout, what happens next? The truth is a ticking time bomb, and when it explodes, the damage will be widespread. Dante will be forced to grapple with the fact that he missed out on years of fatherhood. Will he embrace his son, or will his anger toward Lois and Brooklyn keep him at a distance? Brooklyn will have to face the consequences of keeping such a massive secret. Will she lose Dante forever? Lois will finally have to own up to her actions. Will she justify her choices, or will she accept the damage she has caused? Gio will have to process the shock of his true parentage and decide what kind of relationship he wants moving forward. One thing is certain, nothing will ever be the same again. Final thoughts, a storm is coming. This General Hospital storyline is one of the most gripping in recent history, and the emotional stakes couldn't be higher. The moment this secret is exposed, lives will be changed forever, and the fallout will take months, if not years, to fully play out. Will Lois finally come clean before someone else beats her to it? How will Dante and Gio react when the truth is finally revealed? And is there any hope for forgiveness after so many years of deception? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This is the kind of GH drama we live for. So what do you guys think? Should Lois confess before it's too late? Will Dante ever be able to forgive Brooklyn? And how will Gio handle the truth? Next, we're diving into a topic that has been stirring up major controversy in the General Hospital fandom. When it comes to celebrity relationships, breakups, and family matters, the internet always has something to say, but this time, the backlash is intense. Steve Burton's ex-wife, Sherry Gustin, has been on the receiving end of a wave of criticism from fans, and the drama just doesn't seem to be slowing down. Let's unpack everything that's happening and why this situation has fans so divided. The court document leak. How it all started. The latest controversy began when newly surfaced court documents revealed private text messages between Steve Burton and his ex-wife, Sherry Gustin. According to reports from Radar Online, these messages paint a picture of tension, resentment, and unresolved personal matters between the former couple. One of the most talked about revelations from these texts was Sherry's seemingly sarcastic remark about Steve's living situation. It appears that Steve wasn't thrilled about having to relocate to Tennessee just to be closer to his children, especially since this move caused complications in his personal life, specifically with his then-girlfriend. Naturally, once these details hit the internet, fans had a lot to say. Many felt that airing out private conversations in a legal dispute only added fuel to an already messy situation. Others were quick to choose sides, with some supporting Steve and others calling out both parties for dragging personal matters into the public eye. Fan backlash. The internet takes sides when it comes to soap stars and their personal lives. The General Hospital fandom is passionate. And in this case, a significant portion of fans have turned their frustration toward Sherry, placing the blame squarely on her shoulders. Some of the comments circulating on social media and fan forums have been particularly brutal. One user wrote, "She should shut her mouth and, for the sake of their daughter, not go trashing her dad. That only makes it harder for him to see her." Another person took an even harsher stance, saying, "Sherry, you are basically trash for getting knocked up by another man while still married." And from other comments, "It sounds like you're having another?" Are you really a role model for your daughter? I think not. While many are quick to defend Steve and condemn Sherry for her actions, others have called out fans for their intense reactions. After all, this is a deeply personal matter between two people who are trying to navigate a complicated situation. Some argue that dragging Sherry through the mud does nothing to help anyone involved. Should celebrities expect privacy? As with any high-profile celebrity split, one major question arises: how much privacy should stars expect when they go through personal struggles? One fan pointed out, "I would also be upset if my very personal information was exposed." But isn't that part of being a popular celebrity? Maybe it wouldn't be so acceptable if some fans didn't demand to know everything about the actor. It's a valid argument. While Steve Burton is well loved by soap opera fans, that doesn't necessarily mean every aspect of his personal life should be up for public scrutiny. However, given that the details emerged from court proceedings, it's not surprising that fans are discussing them. Another comment echoed the frustration with the never-ending drama, stating, "I think it's nobody else's business, and you people are pigs for continuing to post about it." He's not the first soap star to go through a messy divorce or custody battle, and he won't be the last. This highlights a crucial point: celebrity breakups happen all the time, but certain ones gain more attention than others. With Steve Burton being such a beloved figure in the GH community, it's no surprise that fans are more emotionally invested in his personal life than they would be with a lesser-known actor. The bigger picture: what's really going on between Steve and Sherry? At the end of the day, fans can speculate all they want, but the only people who truly know what happened between Steve and Sherry are the two of them. Some fans argue that Steve has nothing to be ashamed of and that the focus should be on supporting him through this difficult time. One particularly passionate comment stated, "He has nothing to be humiliated about, unless it's for not seeing what a cheating, lying skank he was married to. Why not leave them alone to take care of their business? It's hard enough without you media people who keep bringing it up." Others, however, believe that both parties share responsibility in how this has played out. Relationships are complex, and rarely is one person entirely to blame for a breakup, especially one as high-profile as this. The impact on their family. While fan debates rage on, the most important thing in this entire situation is the well-being of Steve and Sherry's children. Divorce is difficult enough without the added pressure of public scrutiny, and the last thing their kids need is to see their parents' personal lives dissected online. If there's one thing that both fans and critics alike can agree on, it's that co-parenting in the public eye is no easy task. Steve and Sherry will have to find a way to navigate this new reality while shielding their children from the negativity that has erupted online. It's unclear what the future holds for them, but one thing is for certain: this isn't the last we'll hear about this drama. The General Hospital fandom is relentless, and as new details emerge, the debate will only continue. Final thoughts: should fans back off? So, where do we go from here? Should fans take a step back and let Steve and Sherry handle their issues privately? Or is this just another case of a celebrity divorce playing out in the public eye, where opinions are inevitable?
Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.